Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day 15 of our favorite female-fronted bands of all time. That's right, it's November. We've got 30 days in November. We, meaning myself and you guys, have picked out our 30 favorite bands where you got a female or two, maybe even three, fronting a band, kicking ass. Could be hard rock, classic rock, progressive rock, all forms of metal, pop, whatever. It's got to be kind of a band, though, right? It's not just a solo act. It's got to be, even if the name of the lady is on the marquee, there's a pretty steady band they're all a band together, pretty much. So that's why I'm not going to pick this certain pop artists that are basically it's just a solo act and, that sort of thing. So this is all about, for me, it's all about actual bands. So this particular band from Sweden, at least most of the members of the band are from Sweden, got their start back in the mid-90s. They've been kicking ass since then. They've had a couple different singers. They actually started out, they were a male-fronted melodic death metal band. Of course, I'm talking about Arch Enemy, right? I've got their latest one here. It just happened to be handy. It's not my favorite album by them, but it's quite good. Like I said, they released their first album in 1996. With a guy named Johan Leva fronting the band. But of course, that all changed with their Wages of Sin album in 2001, where you had the killer female vocalist Angela Gossow taking Johan's place. And Angela was a force to be reckoned with for quite a number of years. She of the long blonde hair, right? Wore a little eye makeup around, right, to make herself, and she up there with that venomous growl, right? She had a very, very fiery stage presence. I've seen them live with her on vocals for many times over the course of many years. And the music of Arch Enemy, they call them melodic death metal. Musically speaking, it's not like your traditional death metal at all. It's more like kind of like very guitar-centric, thrashy power metal. But because you have growling, either male or now in this case for the last 20 some odd years, female growling vocals, it kind of goes into the death metal camp. But the music is very melodic. There's tons of lead guitar. That's kind of the whole idea of this band, is to deliver very, very vicious, fast, but melodic music that is highlighted by loads of guitar solos. In the band, of course, while fronting the band, co-fronting the band on lead guitar and founder Michael Amott, has been one of always two guitar heroes in this particular band. Right now, also alongside Jeff Loomis, who many might remember, of course, from Nevermore. Charlie D'Angelo on bass. He also used to be in Merciful Fate. You got Daniel Erlandson on drums. He's been in the band for basically since the beginning. And now from the Agonist on lead vocals is Alissa White-Gluz. Of course, she joined the band back in 2014 when Angela Gossow decided to retire from recording and performing with the band, and basically I believe she's their manager now, but she's also married to Michael Amott. But we've had some, killer players in this band over the years, and of course, probably for some, the classic lineup of the band also contained Michael's brother Christopher Amott. The two of them proved to be a formidable tandem. Looking for like the perfect word when Michael and Christopher were in the band together. But had various other people come and go from the band. My favorite album from them is probably Doomsday Machine, perhaps. I don't know. There's a slew of albums featuring Angela that I like quite a bit. You got Wages of Sin, Anthems of Rebellion, Doomsday Machine. Those three are really good. Rise of the Tyrant is excellent too. Chaos Legions is not as good as those. But you've had, you got War Eternal, Will to Power, and Deceivers are the three most recent albums, and you really can't go wrong with them. And Alissa, killer vocalist with the Agonist, and she brings all that to Arch Enemy. There's the current incarnation of the band. Okay, let's see if I got any better. There's some in the booklet I could show everybody. But Alissa's got a great stage presence, so really they have not lost a step with her on lead vocals. She's definitely got a different look, and of course, she's here from the U.S., so it's kind of like now this kind of like Swedish American thing going on in the band. But she's got different style of hair. She's got it's like the blonde and the black and the blue, right? She colors it, and she's definitely a different presence on stage, but she's an excellent front woman as well, and she incorporates a little bit of clean singing on the last couple of albums, but very little on these albums. And I honestly, because she did a lot more clean singing with the Agonist, and I kind of wish they would incorporate that a little bit more in Arch Enemy, because she's got a really, really good melodic voice. Her growls are awesome. For my money, obviously, I kind of got into the band during the Angela years, so I have a little bit of affinity more for those albums. But like I said, Anthems of Rebellion, Doomsday Machine, Rise of the Tyrant, Wages of Sin, probably for me the greatest Arch Enemy albums featuring Angela. Some people, Black Earth, Stigmata, and Burning Bridges, the early albums with Johan are really good as well, right? So you really can't go wrong with any of these albums. They don't have a stinker in the entire catalog, but just a great band with some smoking solos, okay? And if you love extreme music with a boatload of melodic virtuoso shredding guitar solos, Arch Enemy is for you. Arch Enemy is for you. It depends on whether you like growls or not, but it's always interesting to hear a female doing the growling death metal thing and doing it just as well as a guy. It's amazing to think that someone could actually do that, male or female, right? To think of the rigors and the stress on the vocal cords, but somehow they make it happen. I've tried to do it myself, and I'm like, this does not compute, right? It doesn't work. So, but anyway, Arch Enemy is my pick today. Whether it be with Angela or Alissa, those either one of them are fantastic, and let us know what you think of this band in the comments below, as well as your pick for today, day 15. And visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time, right? So, I just can't do it. I think I'm too old. Are there any, are there death metal singers out there who do the growling vocals who are my age or older? Probably, right? I would think once you get to be about my age, it's kind of hard to do that. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I just have no clue, right? Could be too. So thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in tonight for In the Prague Seat. We are tackling our favorite bands in the letters of the alphabet. We're running towards the end. We're going to do NNO tonight. We're going to combine them both in one show, so that's coming up tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow is a new album review today. New album review day. What's hot with Sea Tranquility Day. So we'll have a few videos for you with some new releases. So stay tuned for that. And we'll see you tomorrow morning with another of my favorite and our favorite female-fronted bands of all time. So till then, Arch Enemies today. See you tomorrow morning for another one. Take care, everybody. I am Pete Pardo. Bye-bye.